Okay, let's talk about quality of the cut, which is probably one of the most important thing in knife performance, knife cutting performance, but often neglected. The reason people don't mention about that, don't talk about that is because I suspect most people on YouTube, on the internet, they are not really knife users. They are collectors and knife flippers. They really don't use the knife to cut something. That's why people are focused on something totally useless thing, such as edge retention test based on manila rope cutting and copy paper cutting. What you are seeing right now is my breakfast preparation on Sunday morning. Mari Carter once said there are two types of phenomena when you are talking about knife cutting. The first one is to cut and save. The second one is to cut to throw away. The example of the first one would be food preparation, like you are watching right now. The examples of the second one would be cutting down the cardboard boxes so that you can fit them into a recycle bin, or bushwhacking through the jungle, like 1960s Vietnam War era soldiers cutting through the jungle of Vietnam and Cambodia, things like that. Good example because you can clearly imagine that quality of the cut doesn't matter in these two scenarios. All you need is just to cut. It doesn't matter how clean the cut is or how crappy the cut is. On the other hand, if you are a hunter, chef, fisherman, you will understand there are times you need quality cut. So, as you can see, while Sebenza is not really designed for fine cutting tasks, it can be used as fine cutting tools, and it is quite pleasant to use it for food prep such as this. The cut is, yes, way too thick compared to Yanagiba, for example, but most folders, they will do much worse than this. Try it if you don't believe me. So Sebenza can do it because of the combination of edge geometry and blade shape profile, and the steel, it plays a little bit of role. S35VN, S45VN, and MagnaCut. All of them can take nice fine edge. You need to take it to at very least 1000 grit to do this type of cutting. So if you are interested in knife cutting performance, I think cutting food is probably the easiest way for most people anyway to try and do some experiment. It is a whole lot more fun than cutting newspaper, copy paper, cardboard. Because of so many YouTube videos that are misleading, a lot of people, especially people who are relatively new to this hobby, they go wrong direction. Edge retention torque is probably one of the worst example. Why does it that matter? Think about edge retention torque as if it were small firearms. It is like how many rounds I can fire without cleaning the gun until it starts malfunctioning. Sorry if you are not into that kind of subject, But if you own, for example, CCW weapon, you never ever let it get that dirty so that it would jam and won't cycle properly. Never. Same with the EDC blade. Whether it's for last ditch option or your everyday task blade, you will never ever let it get that dull so that it won't even cut the paper. It's all BS. Wyatt Earp once said, "It's not the first shot that counts. It is the first hit that counts." So it's not how many rounds you can fire. If you can't hit, it just doesn't matter. So like I said before, don't be fooled by YouTubers. What they really care is the view count, hours of views, and the number of subscribers, because that's how they make money. So I suggest try to cut many different things. Things, for example, that are relatively soft but easily falls apart, such as sushi rolls. Then you will learn flat grind is not the best for slicing job. That all depends. For some tasks, yes, but not for every single tasks. YouTube knife videos are full of copycat. Some well-known big channel with bunch of subscribers say one thing and everybody starts following the same thing. The really funny thing is the original person who said something influencing to the people usually says things like, "I don't like serration on my edges." And then copycats, they all say, "Serrations on the edge is not acceptable." As if there is no place for serrated edge on the surface of this planet. Same thing with chisel grind or tip up, tip down carry. Incidentally, late 1980s, I believe 88 or something like that, Soldier of Fortune magazine had an article about what knife to carry, and the editor, the writer, whoever, basically concluded you need 3 knives: Swiss Army knife and fully serrated folder and 1 fighting knife. So go figure. So my small Sebenza 31 in MagnaCut, I've been using it pretty much every single day for a lot of variety of tasks. And pretty soon I will be able to tell you how it retains the edge, but I am not going to let it get dull completely. So don't expect that kind of contents. But I will make update. Well, I guess that's all for today. Thanks for watching.